Good morning. It's time to wake up, Western Slope.
Good morning and a happy Tuesday to all of you. And thank you for starting your day with all of us here on Wake Up Western Slope. I'm Chance Sticklin. Now let's get into this morning's top stories. Last winter, 12 people died in what experts are calling the deadliest avalanche season in Colorado history. And on Friday, an avalanche killed a man near Cameron Pass while skiing the area. But the danger isn't just on the slopes. KREX5's Rob Hagan shows us some tips if you're caught in an avalanche while you're behind the wheel.
Avalanche danger is very high throughout the state and the backcountry, and that danger could even hit the roadways. Why having a plan B is vital during your travels.
This is where planning ahead makes a huge difference.
CDOT works with the avalanche mitigation team to make sure the possibility of a driver being caught in an avalanche is very low. But if you are that statistic, here are some tips that could save a life, such as saving the battery on your phone.
Make sure you always have an emergency kit in your car with a blanket, flashlight, so again, you're not depending on your phone. Make sure you've got extra food and water, especially if you've got kids or pets in the car.
Other suggestions include staying in your vehicle, keeping the windows rolled up, and turning off your vehicle to prevent carbon monoxide from filling the air. When driving through inclement weather, make sure your tires have a tread depth of at least 3/16 of an inch to keep you on the road.
Even better if you have chains or cables or something that's similar to an auto sock as traction devices, so that in addition to your traction with your tire tread, you have another tool to make sure you can get to where you're going and to make sure you're not that person who's sliding sideways down a hill. It's terrifying for you. It's dangerous for everyone else. So set yourself up for success so that you're not in that situation.
Finally, check the conditions before you hit the road on cotrip.org for the latest road conditions and traffic alerts. For Wake Up Western Slope, I'm Rob Hagan.
Rob, thank you. Elise with CDOT says to prepare for closures on Highway 65 on the Grand Mesa because of expected heavy snowfall or possible avalanche mitigation work, and to have a plan B just in case. Emergency responders restricting access to Patterson Road on Monday evening because of a single car crash that sent one person to the hospital. At about 7 p.m. Monday night, Grand Junction police responded to a single vehicle crash near 26.5 Road. A Grand Junction police official says the adult female driver was transported to the hospital with serious injuries, but not life-threatening. Police say while the cause and circumstances remain under investigation, alcohol is being looked at as a possible factor. Westbound lanes were closed for about an hour. Eastbound lanes were closed for a little over 2.5 hours. Emergency responders closed both lanes of Patterson because of debris from the crash. One person has been transported to the hospital with serious injuries. The investigation into the cause of the crash remains under investigation. 5 people have been shot and killed near Denver, along with a Lakewood police officer recovering in the hospital. A series of shootings overnight, all connected, happening within just a few hours across Denver and Lakewood. Here are some of the scenes at Belmar Shopping Center in Lakewood, where a shooting happened at the Hyatt House Hotel. That's where the suspect was killed. One other person was killed, and the Lakewood police officer was wounded. A Colorado judge scheduled a resentencing hearing for a truck driver sentenced to more than 100 years in prison. More than 5 million people signed onto a petition calling on the sentence to be reduced. Our sister station, KDVR, has the latest.
A morning rally outside the courthouse of supporters for the truck driver made it clear 110 years is far too much for a man everyone agrees had no criminal intent. Some of the people here were truck drivers themselves, including a man we met who came all the way from Chicago with his 2 kids. He said he had driven the same stretch of highway where Rogelio Aguilera Medeiros said his brakes failed. The Chicago man said it could just as easily be him facing 110 years, and that no one would become a truck driver if having a terrible accident could land you in prison for life. Of course, the district attorney says this was more than an accident. It was reckless, and the driver failed to take some obvious steps like using a truck safety off-ramp, though she seems to recognize 110 years is extremely harsh under the circumstances.
Given the conduct and in consultation with the victims and survivors, we will likely be recommending a sentence of between 20 to 30 years.
The defense has not said what it thinks is a fair sentence, but it has to file a resentencing memo with the judge by January 10th. That document will spell out what prison term, if any, it believes is appropriate for this case.
A dangerous drug is lurking around every turn and now through the screen of your phone. Traces of fentanyl have sharply increased in a growing number of states since 2013, and in 2021, 25% of counterfeit pills contained a lethal dose of fentanyl. KREX5's Austin Sack has been investigating how foreign countries are distributing illicit drugs through social media and now reports with the district attorney's call to action.
Fentanyl is killing first-time users and is the most dangerous thing out there.
Andrea Thomas lost her daughter, Ashley Romero, to a fentanyl poisoning in 2018.
The cartel is becoming more creative every day, and so they're reaching out to our children through social media.
Through the Voices for Awareness Foundation, Thomas is sharing her daughter's story in an effort to save lives.
So our kids can get on and find all of these pills very easy, and they can be delivered to your house like ordering a pizza. It's that easy.
And fentanyl deaths continue to climb.
About 20 to 25% of the pills that are out there contain lethal doses. This year alone in America, we have had more than double the number of Americans die than died in the Vietnam War from fentanyl alone.
District Attorney Dan Rubenstein has seen the increase in fentanyl-related deaths here on the Western Slope, but resources to criminally charge dealers has been limited.
In Colorado right now, the only ability to prosecute a distribution that results in death is through our manslaughter statute, which doesn't carry any mandatory penalties.
Which leaves a lot of fentanyl cases being prosecuted in federal court, like the dealer facing charges for Ashley Romero's death.
Federal system is taxed pretty heavily. They don't have a lot of resources, and so we're trying to increase the possible options for both state and federal.
On top of strengthening the penalties for fentanyl dealers, the local DA's office is preparing legislation to create a state crime for drug distribution resulting in death. But that's not the only thing they are working on for the new year.
One is increasing resources for law enforcement to investigate fentanyl deaths. The other thing is a campaign for prevention. Right now, we're trying to get the word out, one pill can kill. Only one pill.
For Wake Up Western Slope, I'm Austin Sack.
Thank you, Austin. While laws are being written to increase prosecution, local law enforcement is urging the community to never take prescription drugs that you did not receive from your doctor or pharmacist. And remember, just 2 milligrams of fentanyl is lethal. And now let's take a look at the most recent COVID case count for Mesa County. On your screen there, according to the most recent information posted on the county's data dashboard, there are 152 new cases of coronavirus. The one-week average positivity rate is at 4.9%. 37 people are currently hospitalized, and there have been 21 reported deaths within the past 2 weeks. Well, the second year of the pandemic has been a year filled with changes and comebacks. The Caris organization has experienced both with programs that help runaway youth see a better life. Cora Dickey caught up with one of Caris leaders for an update on the public charity's progress and what the future holds for homeless teens.
The house's emergency shelter is one of many ways Caris Incorporated cares. Whether they are runaways or experiencing homelessness, youth can have their needs met to have a better life in a place they can call home. Caris Program Director Rebecca Fye is proud to share that the turnaround rate of youth finding safe and stable housing stands at 100%.
At 6 and 9 months after discharge, at least 85% of those youth were still stably housed. Many youth from our other programs also enter into safe and stable housing and enter into mentorships, find jobs, and it's been really amazing to see all the good stuff happening.
Ongoing positive connections can't happen without the help of volunteers. Positive outreach development groups happen so residents can express feelings through things like art, cooking, and pride. Youth still find meaning in education and employment despite multiple staffing changes.
John Mocklame, who was our co-founder and has been our executive director since the beginning, has recently relocated to Hong Kong. We also have a board member who has stepped in to help serve as the co-interim executive director, and we are actively searching for a new executive director to take the helm here shortly.
After almost 10 years in service, sustaining someone's emotional, psychological, and physical well-being remains a goal for the House and its affiliated programs. Upgrades at the Eisner Center for Youth and beyond make ambitious room for one specific program to make a comeback.
And we are also working on getting our host home program restarted, and that would be taking a youth into your home for up to 6 months, and you would receive services from Caris as well as for the youth, and we would be able to provide a small stipend for you.
If you're someone who is either needing help or wanting to be part of the help, Caris would love to hear from you on their 24-hour hotline at 970-234-7004. Reporting for Wake Up Western Slope, I'm Cora Dickey.
Cora, thank you. Caris co-founder John Mocklame is still part of the organization, but he built just at a limited capacity. Christmas may be over, but small and local businesses are still raving over the gift of increased support received during the holiday shopping. The Downtown Grand Junction organization has been encouraging people to shop locally for weeks before Christmas came. Staff at a Robin's Nest of Antiques and Treasures saw as many as 92 people in the store at any given time. Now that the holiday is done, local businesses expressed great appreciation on both the major turnout and the profit they witnessed.
What downtown did for all of us small business owners was great. Robin's Nest of Antiques is basically an anchor store now for downtown. We're one of the most popular stores in town, and we're going to try our best to be even better. And this Christmas season was amazing. We would not be anywhere else but downtown Grand Junction.
Small and local businesses in downtown Grand Junction hope the increased support continues. Store owners share a quick reminder that metered parking is free after 4 p.m. everywhere except the parking garage. Well, turning our attention now to agricultural news. Right now we're going to take a look at your Ag Day Minute, the latest in crops, livestock, food, farming, and rural living.
I'm Clinton Griffiths with today's Ag Day Minute. You aren't alone. Food and retail workers are also burned out after nearly 2 years of dealing with the pandemic. Now, the United Food and Commercial Workers Union says more than 50,000 retail and grocery workers have been infected or exposed to coronavirus. Now, amid the latest variant, the union sending a letter to more than 60 retail chains, calling on them to step up their safety policies and offer paid sick leave benefits. This as the service industry continues to battle labor shortages. The interest in cell-cultured meat continues. An Israeli startup called Future Meat just raised nearly $350 million. Now, it's the largest single fundraise for a cell-cultured meat company ever. That's according to Ag Funder. The investment includes major U.S. agribusinesses like ADM and Tyson. Future Meat gaining interest after saying it can produce cultivated chicken breast for $7.70 per pound, which is down from $18 a pound 6 months ago. Now it plans to use the money to build a production facility in the U.S. Take a look at this. A California Highway Patrol officer caught on camera during a patrol in rural northeastern California. Officer Pratt answering a call about a loose animal near Susanville. When he got out of the car, he got more than a close encounter. Pratt with some quick feet and a deep breath following the charge. For more Ag News, watch Ag Day weekdays on the station or anytime at agweb.com.
Well, now time to take a look at the forecast with meteorologist Chris Null. Chris, it was snowing a little earlier this morning. How does it look outside right now?
Well, we are still seeing some lighter snow showers and, well, expect to continue to see chances for snow showers as Desi will have tons of fun playing in the snow today as high temperatures not expect to get much above freezing in the Grand Valley. We are expected to break to a temperature around 33 around 2 p.m. We'll cool back down to freezing temperatures at 3. I'll have more details for you coming up on the full weather forecast, so stay right there.